Hello, 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 and welcome everybody. It's Saturday night. This is Misfit Corner Scams, and we are live. Yes, we are live. Good evening, Roger. How are you?
Fantastic. How y'all are?
I am so damn tired. I literally walked in the door, dropped off the groceries that I had to go buy that we needed, fed my mother-in-law, my wife, the cats, the dogs. Everybody got dinner, sat down for me to eat, ate as much as I could, and then went, oh crap, it's time to live stream.
Busy week this week too.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I gotta look. Because I meant to tell you guys how many I got, but I have gotten so many marketplace scam calls.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Yesterday was, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 22 recordings. Now, I get more calls than that, but only the recordings that are worth keeping.
Right.
22 recordings in one day is insane for me.
Wow.
My goal is always to get one really good one. And if I don't get one really good one, I string a couple of small ones together and do a day in the life. 22. And what's really funny, 2 of the 22, one says ×3 and one says ×2 because I literally got 5 calls in a row.
Wow.
And they were all great. I just loved every single one of them. And I'm probably going to do 2 more videos of just marketplace scam calls.
Well,
I got enough to make. Yeah.
I had one that was, he asked me and I gave him my zip code in Nevada. And he said, oh, no, I don't have anything for you there. I said, okay, where do I have to be? And he goes, oh, anywhere but there. I said, okay. So I gave him my zip code of the McDonald's in Northridge, California that I usually give.
Right.
And he went on. I kept him on for like 25 minutes after that, taking all my stupid information. Unbelievable.
Well, the 2 questions that I keep asking them is, when does the marketplace close? Because there are different dates.
Right.
And every time somebody answers, they're just making crap up. December 20th is not an option, but that's one of the ones they throw out there.
I had an AI.
Really stroker. Let me bring in Thomas real quick.
I had an
Hello.
AI.
Good evening.
Hello. Yeah, I had an AI that didn't go anywhere. And of course it said, oh, during this time of open enrollment for your Medicare. And I'm going like, wait, what? And when it clicked over, it went to a disconnected number. So whatever.
Yeah. Well, the second question I ask is, what is the website, the government website you go to compare your plans and pick your plans? They will either refuse to answer the question, or they give you some website address you've never heard of.
Right.
And it's like, these guys, they're so bad. So bad. I've had a few that have told me December 15th and have told me healthcare.gov. And I tell them, I appreciate you being honest with me and giving me that information. But the number of people that either refuse to answer the questions or give you false information is astounding to me.
Yep.
And I mean,
go
ahead.
Oh, no, I started and then I realized you weren't done.
It's okay.
I just had one actually a little bit ago. He called, I let it go to voicemail, but then I called back from one of my burner numbers and I said, stop calling people in Mother Chode. And he said, excuse me? And I started rattling off all the stuff, chotalauda, all the other things. And he just kept saying, are you done? Are you done? And you got any more? You got any more? You know any more? And then I just hung up on him. But it was like 2 minutes, but it was just funny. Also, fun fact, Amazon has a new thing for $5, no matter how many eligible items are on the order. You can get it delivered within 3 hours. I ordered something at $5.20. It showed up at $6.44.
Oh.
An hour and 20 and something.
We actually have an Amazon distribution site, like literally 2 miles away from us.
That's why it's close to me too. But it's for eligible close items that are in the local warehouse, I'm sure.
Right.
But even with Prime, if you pay it's still $5 if you want that. But I needed a couple of things quickly. My vitamins, so I got them.
Very nice. Very nice.
Didn't realize I was out of one of my things. So,
Well,
we
I had,
have Fanatics warehouse here, distribution center.
okay.
So when I ordered the jersey that was on sale for the on-field jersey from Nike, for Amari Cooper, that was so bad.
He's not ours anymore.
Not ours anymore. It was who? Go on. What's his name?
I don't know.
What is that, Thomas?
Good, because I can't remember.
it's one of the things I ordered. It's a pill container.
Oh,
You-
okay, sure.
the
sure.
slots are for different pills. For the
Oh, I get those
different
free
days.
from Medicare. Brock Bowers jersey.
Oh,
And
nice.
Nice one, though.
it was $89 for the Nike one.
Yeah.
And I ordered it, and 2 days later it was here because the distribution center is like 5 miles from here. So that was pretty
It took
cool.
him
Yeah.
2 days.
Yeah, took him 2 days.
I think we have one. I think is 20 minutes away.
Very nice. Very nice. Oh,
So there's
I,
tons of things though that are available from that. You know,
Roger, my regular, who is also I don't think he would call himself a Las Vegas fan, but he's definitely a Raiders fan.
Okay.
He told me he was coming by the store tomorrow. I said, great, if you come by after 1, we can watch the game together. And he says, I'm not talking about football anymore this season. I'm done. And I said, okay, I respect that.
Well, he's
I
got to be
respect-
excited because our number one quarterback is out. So it's perfect. Our first string quarterback is out.
Yay!
So we're all
Well,
excited.
At least it hasn't gotten so bad that you had to pull up a retired guy, a grandpa, to bring him into.
Well,
be
we
your
did.
quarterback.
We did. Geno Smith was retired. We took him right away.
Really?
Yeah, well, Seattle got rid of him because he threw too many interceptions, and our idiot coach says that's the guy we want.
And he still throws.
Well, has the record for this season already, most by any quarterback in the NFL this season, 15 interceptions.
Wow. At least my guy doesn't have that
No.
title anymore. He had it for a while.
He's got the longest hair, though, of a quarterback, I think.
He looks good, man. Come
I'm
on.
not,
what
not
can I
sure if
say?
she was. I mean, it was. I mean, they.
So sad. All right, let's check in and see who all's here because these are the important people. We're just the slobs that jump on the camera, and of course, you
Exactly.
see my shirt, all the dog hair on me. Literally, I'm sitting there watching TV, eating dinner with the wife. The dog
The
had to
doggy.
come up and be in my yes. And
it
I
looked like
never
man.
changed, so y'all just gonna have to live with it.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
for some reason, if you look at your small view of your camera, it looks like on behind you, it's actually clothes hanging, but it looks like someone is standing there. And for the longest, I was like, is someone standing there? And I zoomed in and I saw that it was clothing. But if you zoom out, it looks like someone standing there.
You know
Once
what's
in
so
a while,
funny?
your wife walks back there.
What's so funny is the other day the door was open and my wife came out of the bedroom and went to the bathroom, and on the way back I'm looking at the camera and I got a nice shot of that behind walking past. And I told her later, I said, honey, you were on camera. And she was like, what? And I said, the camera wasn't on, but I saw you. She goes, that's not funny. And I said, I know it's not
It was
funny,
not
but
broadcast.
it was a joy in my life. So I had to share it with her.
That was not broadcast. It's
That's
okay.
right. That's there was no recording going on, but I got
Nope.
to see you. And she's like,
Speaking of that idiot, it's quick. I'll be fast. There's that idiot DoorDash girl that recorded the guy, delivered his order. His door was wide open. He was passed out drunk on the couch with his pants down and his underwear down. We don't know why, but she recorded it and posted it on the internet. Now she's facing up to 8 years and 2 different felonies for the stuff that she.
sounds like a really dumb thing to do.
Yeah, like if it were me, I'd probably call for a welfare check and close the door because even
Right,
children walking on
right.
the sidewalk might see him or something, So I'd probably call for a welfare check, not to get him in trouble. But
Yeah,
I was just talking to Spencer about it.
Yeah, recording it and putting it on the internet. That's
Yeah, completely illegal because he apparently the law says he still has an expectation of privacy because he was inside his house even though the door was open.
Yeah.
So why we don't know. Maybe he cracked it and then the wind blew it. Anyway, that's
I tell
what an
you
idiot.
what, the culture that we live in where people want to be internet famous at somebody
Mhm.
else's expense is scary. God,
Yeah.
thank goodness we didn't have the internet when we were in high school. Oh my gosh.
Roger said that before.
I reminded my kids, I'm like, I am so glad that we did not have social media and the internet in my day, because that stuff will live on forever.
There's
And
so much shit that
both my kids were very, very good about social media when they were in high school. My daughter, she goes to the beach with her friends and shows bikini pictures and so forth. That's whatever, but she's an adult. She can do that. And, you know, there was one picture that she put up one day, and I had to call her and say, hey, is that your friend? Because I'm not Googling you or Googling you. And she goes, yes, that was my friend. I said, okay, thank God.
You just said the magic word. It was on the beach. It's a public beach.
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, no,
And
I think it
there's
was at a
no
river.
expectation of privacy in public.
I think it was at a river, because they
Same
like
thing.
doing camping. They love doing that stuff. I don't know where she got. Well, probably got it from my wife, but it's not something I'm into.
even my mom says that stuff. Like if the internet existed when I was a kid, teenager, or any of that, and me and all my friends would probably be, there's so much crap that happens. We'd be in trouble. There'd be all kinds of.
There'd be a lot of our friends would probably be in jail
Yeah.
from some of the stuff we did. So, all right, let's go quickly and see who all's here, because once again, they are the important people. Let's see what everybody has to say. Jim's here. Jim says, evening all from New Jersey. Well, welcome. I bet you it's a little chilly up there, I bet.
Hello, Jim.
Jason's checking in, says, happy Saturday, everyone. Welcome. JJ's in the house, says, hey, Drew, Mr. and Mrs. SWS, Glenn, and Avery. Well, neither Glenn nor Avery are here tonight. Avery most likely is catching up on rest. He
Spencer
worked
might
all
come
night
in.
long doing his art. And then Glenn is actually, he's got some concerts going on. Oh, yeah. Like and subscribe. Yeah.
Oh, let me go do it.
Whatever.
JJ just said that.
Yep. Hey, all, don't forget to like and once I finished reading it, there you go. And also share, because sharing is caring. Absolutely.
Drew and share.
That's right. BB's in the house. BB says, hey, everyone. I can't stay long, but though I pop in for a few. Well, thank you, BB. We appreciate you coming in. B Bernie B's in the house says, hi, all. Love the SWS video today. Made me hungry for chicken soup with kreplach and matzo balls.
Or as Yuri kept saying, she's making the mushy ball soup for me.
Mushy ball soup? Very good.
That's right.
Mr. Andrews in the house says, hello, everyone. Happy Saturday from Canada. Well, welcome. We appreciate it.
Welcome, E.
Sarah's here. Sarah says, hello, all. Happy Saturday and soon to be snowy Connecticut. Oh, boy. I tell you guys what, keep it up there. Don't send it down here. I don't want any of it.
Exactly.
Spencer said it's going to be 2 degrees in the morning at his house in Kentucky.
Oh, wow. Jonathan is here. Jonathan from Los Angeles says, hi, Misfit Corner Comics. I should tell the remodeling scammer to build you a basement. I've asked for basements before. I tell them I want my own personal bat cave, and they say they won't do it.
No windows or something like that, you said?
No. Tara's in the house says, my phone doesn't have much juice. Okay, well, I appreciate you coming in, Sarah. I almost said Tara. Tara's a whole other person, so.
Don't put any juice in it. It'll stop working.
Yeah, BB says, hope you all are staying safe and warm. We are getting hit with snow here in Ohio and bitter cold tomorrow.
Yes.
BB, doesn't that happen every year? I mean, you guys are used to that, right? Cold in Ohio? That's a staple in Ohio, is it not?
It's like 60 right now. It's cold.
It is 77 in Fort Lauderdale right now.
Yeah, it was 71 here today.
I don't know what the temperature here is, but I got to go another weekend without having to turn on the AC at the store. I am in heaven, especially because it helps me save money too. So
it says you're 58 right now.
58, that works for me. Emmanuel's in the house. Says hello to Sarah. Good evening.
Because you're way north Florida, that's why. Yeah.
And Emmanuel says hello to BB. Jim's here, says hey to BB, B Bernie B, Jonathan, Manuel, and Sarah.
Hi, guys.
Good evening. Hello.
She was making the mushy ball soup, so she couldn't come over right away.
Very good. B Bernie B, our BB says they even canceled church. Really?
That's cold.
Wow.
They canceled what?
Church.
Oh,
Jonathan, thank you for the money. For the cat treats. I do appreciate it, and they will love it. As a matter of fact, I picked up some cat treats. That was one of the supplies we needed for the house on the way home this evening. So, all right, let's see who else is here. Glowbug, which I believe is Gloria. Am I right?
Gloria. Yep. You got it.
Says, hey guys, I really hate the fact that they're showing us the @ name and not the name people go by. Oh, that's disturbing. B Bernie B sent me some money for comics. Thank you. I made a fantastic trade today.
Leave it.
One of my regulars who kind of likes more higher end stuff brought me a box that probably literally came out of somebody's garage. And I'm going through it, and there's really nothing there's nothing that stood out to me, but there was a couple of X-Men and X-Force in there, and I just so happened one of my regulars who is he's trying to rebuild his collection, so I said, okay, there's a couple in here I could easily sell to him, no problem. And there was one that I had never seen before. It was the X-Men at the State Fair of Texas. I'd never even seen this book before. Turns out it's something that they gave away at one of the state fairs. That was something that was very common at state fairs. And because it was so unique and the fact I'd never seen it before, I'm like, okay, this might actually... Turns out it's like a $20 book. Depending on the condition, could be up to $30. So I said, okay, I know somebody who might be interested in this. So I made him an offer for the box. He wanted trade, which was fine. And he picked a comic that I had in my window, which I had priced at $120. It was probably a $140 book, but
Wow.
because I'm doing credit, I said, okay, I'll give you a better deal on this because I always do better deals. I knocked the price down to $75. I gave him $50 worth of credit for the comics, even though they're probably not worth $50, but whatever, it's all right. I know I'll make some money back. And then just charged him $25 for the book. When I got done with the deal, I checked out. My cost for that book was $25.
Wow.
So even though I made him a really great deal, the box of comics technically was free. So that worked out. I am a good deal maker, but sometimes I go overboard. I do way too many deals. But that's all right. That's why people come back, and that's why people buy from me often, because I make good deals.
Shark Tank.
That one may have worked in my favor. So,
You ever watch the guy on YouTube? It's called Craigslist Hunters.
Craigslist Hunter.
Craigslist
No, I
Hunter?
don't believe so.
His name is
Not
Pete.
familiar.
He's I'm sure he's some either Slavic country, Russia or something like that.
Sure.
Anyway, he's really cool. And he's trying to explain to this lady about all the little Hot Wheels she's trying to sell them. I'm sorry, the die-cast cars, the bigger ones.
Right.
He goes, okay, maybe it's worth $200. If I buy it from you for $150, I won't make $50. I'm going to sell it on eBay. eBay takes 20% of that. Then I got to pay shipping. By the time it gets done, I've lost money.
Right.
She goes, oh, no, I could get more for it. She goes, go.
That's right. That's exactly.
Go get more for it. But
I always find it funny when somebody will bring me a comic and I'll pull out one that I know is just a general comic, and they'll say, "Oh, I've seen that one go for $20 online," and I'll hand it back to them and said, "Go for it. You can find a copy in my store for $1. I'll even sell them to you for $1.
well, what he
If
does,
you think this is worth $20, go for it."
he goes to eBay, says, look, this is what they're listed for.
Right.
Look
That's
under
the rule.
sold.
That's the rule. What people put on there is what they're asking, not what people are buying, what they're paying for it.
Well, you show them, look under
I
sold.
have to educate people all the time on that. Yeah.
Yep.
And you can look at that information too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it has it right there.
Well, what's so
Sold for.
funny? Somebody brought me in like 5 or 6 HD DVDs. You know, when HD was going against Blu-ray back in the day,
Right,
nobody buys them anymore because there's no players or anything. Well, I went online to look on eBay to see if I could find a player. The very first one I brought up, they were asking $300 for the player.
Wow.
I scrolled down a little bit, found some as low as $25.
Oh,
Yeah. You know what else is crazy expensive compared to way more than it was when it was made? Nintendo 64 and older game systems and stuff.
yeah,
There's a guy further down in the flea market that does older games, and he loves that kind of stuff because people are willing to pay money for them, especially if the games are in good condition and work. Oh yeah, I stay away from that because I really don't know nothing about
you make
games.
them work. You just
Yeah, I cut out, but yeah, Nintendo 64s are like 130, 150 bucks and stuff on even on Amazon and stuff. They're because people want them and not that many people still have them. Now it's a supply and demand problem.
Believe it or not, people will still buy the HD DVDs just simply because they're more like collector items now. They're like VHS tapes for some people because they don't make them anymore. Well, yeah. Well,
My neighbor,
I've never had a laser disc come into the store, believe it or not.
My friend
VHS,
still,
yes.
He has his original.
DVD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has, and they still make laser disc movies. And the problem is you gotta change discs because there's not enough room on it to show a movie. So it's like halfway through, oh, gotta take it out, change the disc,
I got
Not
something
your
somebody
way.
traded in. I had no idea they did this, but it was a DVD movie in a CD case, one of those flat CD cases.
Right.
And it was like a Chinese or Japanese edition of a movie. They sell them in the CD cases.
The jewel case.
Yeah. And it was The Professional with
Wow.
Gary Oldman, and I mean, great
Yeah,
movie and the fantastic art on the cover and on the inside. But it was made to be in the CD case. Oh, jeez.
Kitty.
My neighbor's 84, and she has literal house full of older and vintage coins and other currency and stamps and all these historic things. She's 84, so one of them she gave me actually, which is this is a 1 troy ounce silver coin. It's not currency; it's actually just silver.
Right.
This one's worth $40-$50. She has a house full. I'm not kidding you. Of all these other things, she's literally hiring me to do the research, find buyers, and sell these items. She has some coins that are worth $10, $20, $30, $40,000 each.
Oh wow!
Now,
And
what
she's
about
got-
her renovation?
She has at least 10,000 coins. I mean, there are. I literally just took on a actual job with her, and she's my very next door neighbor, the door right next to me. I'm going to get at least 10% of whatever's sold because I'm going to do all the research, find all the buyers, post all the items, the descriptions, list everything. But this is just one of them, the troy ounce silver.
That's actually really cool.
But potentially this is a literal gold mine. She said to me, I don't know much longer I'm going to make it. I need to get rid of this stuff and pay off some debts and pay some people, whatever. But it's going to be awesome. We're starting in a few days.
You're doing God's work. Very good.
It's a really cool thing to do, but I'm going to make a ton on it, even at 10%.
You guys want to hear a really funny story? Turns out my father-in-law was an avid coin collector, but neither his wife nor his daughters knew that he collected coins. He kept it to himself. He had in his sock drawer, he had like rolls of coins and all this stuff. Do you want to know how they found out that he collected coins? He went out on deployment. He was in the Navy. Came back after a 6-month cruise, came home, opened the drawer, and there were rolls of quarters and nickels and dimes that were missing. He asked his daughters and his wife, what happened with my coins? They used them to pay for Domino's. And that's when they found out that he was a coin collector, and some of those were actually worth way more than what they were worth, face value. So needless to say, he got a safety deposit box after that. But they had no idea. They had no idea he was a coin collector, and he had been since he was in high school.
No.
And it was just one of those things that he did, and it was his thing, and they had no clue.
It's insane because this one coin, it's pure silver. It's not money, but it's worth $40. The last trip she made, depending on the cost of silver at the time, she said each one she sold for $40 and got 35 out of it because the shop wanted to take a cut. So she made $35 on each one. She's got hundreds of these in her house, hundreds. And that's just these. Then there's all kinds of other coins from other countries and stamps and it's insane, but I'm going to sell it all. And I'm going to do all the legwork. And for that, I'm going to get 10 or 20%. And we're talking millions she has of things in that house. I saw it with my own eyes. Like, it just insane.
Be nice to her. Be nice to her.
I actually helped her
the Morgan.
I'm really close with her. Long story short.
Yeah.
I helped her with her husband broke her hip.
Hold on.
Yeah, sorry. Her husband broke her hip, put her in the hospital, put her in a wheelchair permanently. I helped her with the case. He showed up when they had a restraining order. I called on him. All kinds of stuff has happened, so I know her well. So yeah, I'm definitely going to make sure she sees everything, makes all the decisions on what's sold for what price and all that.
Well, very.
But
good.
I'm done.
Okay.
What were you saying, Roger?
The non-rare Morgan and Peace dollars
Mm-hmm.
closed today at $53.99 for the Morgan, and for the Peace dollar, and the Morgan dollar closed at $65.99 each.
Ah,
because that's the pure silver in those.
Yep.
And so
That in
silver's
mind.
up. So
My mother-in-law, we went to the jewelry store and she was talking about the price of gold, and she mentioned that my father-in-law had some gold coins before he left us, and the jeweler was like, "Do not sell them, not right now. If gold's in the process of going up, hold on, do not sell them."
Yeah.
And it's all a matter of
Yeah.
if you. Roger, the expression on his face. That's gold's price right now, an ounce.
$4,300 an ounce. Gather the jewelry, honey.
All
We're going
For
on
real.
vacation.
For
right,
real.
let's see. Wait a minute. I got to get back to the chat. You guys are
Yes, I
important,
gotta
but not
save
that
the wedding
important,
ring.
so. The Lady P is in the house. Says hello to everyone. Welcome, Lady P. Eugene's here. Eugene says hi to everyone. I'm just going to scroll through and see who else we might have missed. I'm sure we missed a bunch of people. Everybody's saying hi. Tim's here. Tim says, good evening, all from Henderson, Kentucky. Did I get it right? Close.
Kentucky.
I don't think I did it right.
Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Where are you talking? We come from Kentucky.
That's right. All right, let's see who else is here. Oh, everybody is so happy. Spencer's here. He says, howdy, y'all. Lots of snow here, and it is and it's freezing. Okay, I was about to say is not. That doesn't make any sense. So
Another one from Kentucky.
that's right. Tattle's here. Tattle says, I've been getting a lot of calls lately about lowering my car insurance rate. When they ask if I have insurance, I ask if they know it's against the law to drive without it. They usually hang up.
You're gonna get sick from eating. I've got chocolate on it.
The last week, or was it the week before, I talked to a Medicare caller and I asked him, I said, so what are you guys going to do? I think I may have even released the video. I asked him, what are you guys going to do after Sunday, after the 7th? And he said, we're going to switch over to funeral expense and car insurance. And I asked him, what about marketplaces? Oh no, we don't like the marketplace ones, but car insurance is definitely high on their list. So yeah. All right, let's see who else is here. I'm just scrolling through.
Oh, pest control.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's
Idiot
saying
home
hi.
improvement. I want to know if I need pest control.
Brian's here. Brian says, hello, guys. I'm thinking about no longer trolling. It's the same old script, and you say one thing wrong, and they panic and hang up. There's no fun anymore. Well, that's why you got to get creative. You got to start, you got to do other things, I mean, 99% of the people I deal with, they're calling with the same script. They're saying the same exact thing. I had a guy, I don't think I've released this one yet, but it was a funeral expense scammer. And he calls and he says, I'm calling about funeral expense that'll cover your burial and cremation. And I went, whoa, hold on a second. What about my funeral? And he's like, what? I said, the script is your burial, your funeral, and cremation. You skipped the funeral completely. And he was so oblivious. He's like, what? I said, the script is, and I'm telling him what to say. And I said, okay, hold on a second. Let's go ahead and start over from the beginning. Say hello and introduce yourself and do the script right. And he did it. And he still missed the funeral part. And I'm like, no, you're doing it wrong.
God.
We get these calls
It's
so
so
often.
stupid.
Yes, I know. But it's funny. It's funny. All right, Darlene's here. She says hello to everyone. Hello. Let's see who else is in the house. The Lady P says hi to Spencer. Oh, Jonathan, he sent me $2 more for dog treats. Thank you, Jonathan. The dog will appreciate it. You know what the dog's favorite treat is? Whipped cream.
Oh,
He
yeah.
gets a little scoop of whipped cream for dessert.
Well,
My mother-in-law gets a chocolate shake, which is a protein shake mixed with a little bit of vanilla ice cream. And every now and then I'll throw something special. Like tonight it was blueberries. Last night it was peanut butter. But she gets her shake and he gets his little bowl of whipped cream.
if you go to Dutch Brothers or even the Evil Empire, Starbucks, you can get a pup cup, or at Starbucks they call it a puppuccino.
Yes.
And they just give you a thing of whipped cream. Well, at Dutch Brothers, they give you the pup cup and they give you a milk bone in it for the dog for free.
Okay.
So that was pretty good.
I'll be honest with you. Every time I go to Starbucks, I'm getting my wife something to make her happy. It's the little things in life that make her happy. I don't ever think about the dog. If he was with me, I'd think about him, but he's not, so I never think about him.
At Thanksgiving, what was it? Christmas, New Year's, whatever we just had. Oh yeah, Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Get the pie out after dinner. As soon as I got the can of whipped cream out, I shake it. The dogs come running. They got,
oh, that's funny.
Got to get their taste.
Yeah, right. Gotta have their touch, huh? Tarkorf is here. Tarkorf says, I was looking for the live stream and then gave up watching your daily videos and realized I was an hour early.
Okay. Oh no.
I literally I was rushing to eat dinner and I looked at the clock and it said like 7:49. I said, honey, I got to go start the live stream right now. And she goes, you can be a little late or you can take a break. And I said, no, I can't. I'm committed to being there. And the only reason why I would either skip or be late is if I knew about it ahead of time and told you all. I try not to be late.
Tarkor got a chance to catch up on some of the older videos while he was waiting.
That's true. That's true.
Perfect timing.
And I'm so glad. You guys have no idea how happy it makes me because my Sunday video is the weekend review. And I usually, after I make my Saturday video on Friday night, I go ahead and make the weekend review and get that up, which means as soon as we're done with this live stream, I can go to bed. I don't have to make a video. I could just go lay down and go to bed, but I'm not. I got other stuff to do, but
other things to do.
It makes me feel good to know I don't have to make a video. It's already done. Oh, well, it's the little things that, that make you happy in life. You ever heard the expression, enjoy the little things in life because the big things might never come? I live by that. The little things make me so happy. All right, hold on a second. Spencer says the lady in the summer here, it's easily 90 degrees plus with horrible dew points and humidity. Well, actually, I was going to say, Roger, you guys get over 100-degree temperature, but it's the dry heat, right?
When it's really, really, really high humidity, it's 20%. It's awful.
Oh, yeah. Well, we get 70, 80% sometimes.
Sometimes we look at it and it says 7. And we're like, okay, that's normal.
Very good. Very good. All right. Let's see. Charles is here. He says, hi. Hi, everyone. Where's Glenn? He is actually performing at a concert this evening. So we'll get an update to him later. But yeah, he's doing his thing. He's doing his work. His good work. What he likes. Yep. Coolio Radio is here. Says GESWS. How is Southern Colorado?
We don't know.
You don't know?
Glenn's singing. Let me see. I can tell you Arvada. It's 40 degrees right now there.
Oh, geez.
Doesn't show any snow in the near future.
Yeah. Darlene says, my husband and son order from Walmart a lot. They hate going there, though. All the crazy roundabouts. Oh, okay. Well, I like going to my Walmart, but I like going in the morning. I hate going in the evening or the afternoon because the place is insane. But in the morning, I never have a problem finding an open checkout register, nothing like that. I'm not a big fan of standing in line to check out. And in the morning, it's so much easier. I highly recommend it.
For that reason, I hate Walmart.
Oh, really? Let's see. Who else is here? Oh, Nikita's here. Nikita says, good evening, everyone. In the chat, Mr. and Mrs. SWS. Hope everyone's having a great Saturday.
Hello.
Nice to have you here.
My dad had 5 scam calls after 11 p.m. The other was 3 a.m. Some called me after for Social Security and home address. Those late night calls. Now, I've had a call as late as 2 a.m., but there was nobody there. The phone just rang. It came up as scam likely. I answered and there was nobody there, which makes me wonder what the hell happened, Who knows? All right, see who else is here. Teresa's here. She says hello. Welcome, Teresa. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. Darlene says she didn't get a cell phone until 2007 around Christmas time. Gosh, I don't know when I got my first cell phone, to be honest with you. I know when we got our first computer, our first personal home computer. My children were 4 and 5. And so that would have been 97.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. Nikita says, dad getting snow tonight in Connecticut. Okay. I bet you it's nice and cold up there right now. Manuel says, hello, my friend Drew. A great news about my blood work is breast, my liver, my number is down, and my kidney's doing good. Okay, excellent.
Yay!
All right, I'm going to tell you guys a story as a quick one, but every morning, Saturday and Sunday, when I go to the flea market, I always stop at Whataburger for breakfast, and I usually use my points and get a cinnamon roll. Now, I know there's going to be people out there yelling at me, you get a cinnamon roll? What do you do? Well, this morning, I tested my numbers before I left the house, and my numbers were so good, when I got to Whataburger, instead of ordering a cinnamon for free with my points, I ordered an extra taquito, which is just a wrap with bacon, egg, and cheese in it.
That sounds good.
Yeah. So I ordered 2 of them, and one of them was free. And the girl that was there, who sees me every Saturday, was like, she already had my order plugged in and ready to go, and I had to change it. I said, no, I'm changing it up today. And I told her the reason why is because I had really good numbers this morning, and I didn't want to ruin it. And the guy who was standing right next to me said, sounds like a true diabetic. And I said, that's exactly what it is.
Well, it's like, I found these at Walmart.
Planters Festive. Okay. Toasted marshmallow hot chocolate cashews. Okay.
Insane.
Yeah, you showed us yesterday.
Well, he wasn't here.
I wasn't here. Yeah, I missed it.
And then
butter cinnamon pecans. Okay.
Very addicting, both of them.
I'm not a big nut fan, so my mother-in-law loves nuts. I mean, you are what you eat, but
she might like these.
Yeah.
These are really good. I do have my s'mores, though.
You know, the ones that she likes the best that I bought her, that I buy her pretty regularly, is the coconut toasted. They're either pecans or I think they're pecans, but they're coconut toasted. Yeah.
How about Dots pretzels?
Which ones?
They're flavored pretzels, like garlic ones. They have different ones. Dots pretzels. The cinnamon ones taste exactly like Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had them. I don't even think I've ever seen them. Whitman's S'mores, caramel with milk chocolate. You guys, you're going to kill me here. I'm trying to behave. I'm trying really hard to behave.
At your favorite store, Walmart.
Okay.
Oh my. Hey, it's like, yeah, don't touch those.
I want to tell you guys this. I'm having an issue. Well, originally I thought when I had my head cold, it was my sore throat that was bothering me, but my sore throat's pretty much done and I'm not having issues with it, but I'm having a problem with my tongue, the side of my tongue. And my wife thinks I might be chewing on my tongue while I sleep.
Oh.
I don't think I've ever heard of that before.
I did it before.
Dots home style pretzels.
Yeah,
Very
so the
good.
commercial for the guy's got him in a safe with a retina scan and everything else.
Nice.
They have lots of different ones, but the original are just as good. These are just stronger garlic.
I don't think I've ever seen those before. So
there are a lot of actions that you do at night that require what they call a night guard. So that you don't bite your tongue, you don't grind your teeth.
That's kind of exactly what my wife said. So
bite your
but I do. I have the BiPAP machine where it's a cushion right on your nose and pushing air into your nose. That helps.
Oh, you got the vacuum cleaner on your face.
Pretty much, yes.
Yeah.
But what's happening in my mouth is something totally different. So
yeah.
I've woken myself up because I bit my tongue so hard. It's like, and drew blood at night.
Oh, jeez.
The hell was I doing?
What were you dreaming about?
Probably s'mores candy. I don't know.
He talks at night.
Oh, he does.
I go, get out of here. I don't want to. Would you like me to talk to you about your funeral?
Are you
burial,
telling me
and
you're having
cremation?
conversation with scammers while you're sleeping?
Yeah. I asked her about her funeral, burial, and cremation expenses to cover 100 persons.
So sad. So sad. I remember when I got my very first job.
Get him on it.
What are you watching?
Hockey.
Oh, my very first job was a bag boy at Winn-Dixie, and there was a little bit of training involved in it, and not to mix your ground beef with your dishwashing liquid. You don't put those in the same bag.
Yeah.
So
Fresh food.
and
Cold stuff here.
that first night that after I finished working, I went home and I could not sleep because I kept running through all the rules in my mind of bagging groceries. Thank God it only lasted that one night, but I can remember not being able to sleep because all I could think about was bagging groceries and how to do it. And oh my gosh.
Did you guys have
I grind my teeth and sleep. Had to
a
fix them.
food for less out there?
What's that?
A food for less?
Food for less? We had a Food Lion. We
Well,
didn't
there's a
have for
food.
less.
Yeah, I know Food Line. I said it. But
Yeah.
no, it's a
Save a lot of-
discounted Kroger.
Oh, okay.
And didn't have baggers and stuff over there. So now that they started putting in more full service stations in Walmart and everywhere else, it's kind of nice. You don't have to screw around with it. And I said, oh, I got my own bags. I could bag this. I used to be a bagger at the Food for Less. And they're like, what? I said, well, I don't go to the self-service. Those checkers are slow and they're awful. They don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, they don't. They're really
Yeah.
slow. But I personally love them because they don't
You never
talk
got
back to
traded.
me.
But then you should have got the discount for an employee.
Yeah, not only do I check it out, I bag it myself.
Yes. And
Should-
you run the
should
credit
get a
card by
discount.
yourself and everything.
That's right.
Yeah. Should get 10% off.
That's right. Or every other item goes in the bag without going through the scanner.
Oh,
There's a lot of people that do that. Supposedly that's a big thing with chains now, finding that people will miss stuff on purpose. And
yeah.
I was literally behind a guy at a Walmart one time where he had stuff in the basket and he put the stuff up and he literally left like ground beef in the bottom. And then as the lady bagged and he just put it right on top of it and walked right out the store. People can do that kind of crap, whether they're going through the checkout line or the self-checkout. It's all,
And legally, you don't have to show the receipt.
I know.
I always show my receipt. I always show, and I always make sure whatever I have that I'm not going to bag is on the top of the receipt. So when I hand them the receipt, it's on the very top, whether it's the cat litter or the ice or the
box
whatever.
of wine. Yeah.
Don't ever buy
the greeters at our local Walmart. I know him pretty well because we're there all the time.
Right.
And he's
Asset
pretty
control.
cool. Glenn is pretty asset control, not longer greeter, but
Mhm.
he's like, he checks the receipts, make sure that he gets the big stuff. That's okay. You got a tag on it saying you paid it. Great. Well, I said, Glenn, today's the day. Is fill up the cart and run out. He goes, that's every day here.
It does happen a lot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's
And-
insane at how they do it.
Well, they do a little bit better policing them now, but normally they just let them go because it's under $1,000, so it's not going to be prosecuted. That they don't care, and it's like you're just
Isn't
encouraging them to
$500?
steal.
I think
Whatever.
it's different limits. in
500
different
grand
states.
theft.
Different states. No,
Yeah,
1,000.
I
But
don't.
in Florida, 500 is grand theft.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, the amounts are much lower in Florida. They
Yeah.
kind of don't. They don't really put up with that stuff.
500 bucks. And in Fort Lauderdale is a lot of
See the-
theft.
You see the guy stealing is going through there with a calculator. Okay, I'm under. Let's go. They're not going to prosecute us.
Well, that's
They
like
do
the
it.
videos. That's like the videos in it's like California or wherever where people go in with trash bags and just put stuff in the bag and walk right out the door.
They close so
I'd
many
rather
stores
pay someone
because
else.
of that.
What were you saying, Thomas?
No, Roger was speaking.
No, I already did. It's done.
Sorry I talk so much. I'd rather pay someone else's groceries than steal something. I don't get it. I don't, it'll come back to you eventually. And if I do the opposite, that'll come back to me even better. So
Well, there's a lot of people that expect that kind of stuff, which is really sad. But We live in a different world. Every year there's a different world. All right, let me see what else is going on here. Hold on a second. Teresa says, day 19 with no heat. We have an old school boiler that most heater guys don't know how to fix. Going through radiation for breast cancer too, but remain positive day by day. Oh my goodness, Teresa. Our thoughts are with you. Absolutely. Day 19 with no heat. At what point do you start a campfire in the middle of your living room, you know? Not that I'm suggesting that, but I'm just saying.
They make electric heaters.
Well, they do, yeah.
I have a little small one.
Aren't those the things that usually are the ones that start fires in people's homes?
Well, the older ones.
Heaters, the older ones,
no sensors or anything on it. Yeah. Well, then you set them right next to your curtains.
Yeah, we're not
I have a small one.
The flea market, you when you sign your agreement to rent a stall or rent even a table, there is a very specific thing in there about heaters. There are no heaters allowed, period. Which for me, it's okay because I love the fact I have a wall and a door and windows. That I'm not my store is not open like a general flea market store. So I appreciate the heck out of the fact that I have a wall and doors. So
well, you don't have a curtain that hangs down like most of them.
No, I have blinds in my windows. You know,
some of them at our flea market just have little curtains they pull up or whatever.
Right.
There's a couple have storefronts, the ones that pay the high rent.
I swapped my heat wire for power to use it for power for my nest, even though there's very few days it gets so cold that it's inside the house where it's too cold. But I have one of the small heaters that turns off if it tips over.
Now I do have a heater somewhere in this room. I had one. I think
barely use it.
It used to be underneath my desk. I have no idea where it's at. I'm gonna have to look for it, but hopefully I won't need it because it's actually really nice out right now. So fingers crossed, don't need it. Oh, Darlene here says, been making Christmas cards for the Angel Card Project.
Oh, cool.
We send cards each year to recipients addressed it on the list. Well, very nice. Very nice.
That's cool.
My old company that I worked for last year, nope, it was the year before because I haven't been there in over a year. They did a Christmas card where they wanted everybody to like draw a little picture or whatever. Oh, no, it wasn't Christmas. It was the first day of school. That's what it was. It was like we were doing little cards for kids for the first day of school, like congratulating them, telling them they're doing a great job. Well, I started drawing like Spider-Man, and eventually I got to where I was drawing Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy. And he's a very, if you make it a very simple style, he's a very easy character to draw. And I did like 7 or 8 of them where it has a picture of Groot and it said, I am Groot. And then down at the bottom, it says, you're doing a great job. And they were like, oh my God, the kids are going to love these. Like, you know, love it, love it, love it. Oh, speaking of which, I got to do a quick update. I am only 6 pages away from finishing editing Hero Book 1.
Nice.
Yay. I still have to finish the new backup story. I have to finish the art and lettering on those. But my goal of being done by the end of this month is cruising along. I am cruising. I'm almost there. And I had mentioned last week about needing people to proofread and all. I am getting very close to having that out. What I'll most likely do is I will create a PDF file, a low-res PDF file, put it in a Dropbox, and whoever says, hey, I'll check it out, I'll just add their email address to the access, and then you can go in at any time and either download the file or read it right there. So I'm very close to getting that started. Probably next weekend we'll talk more about it. But
all right,
I'm waiting I can't wait to get some people input on it. And I also had the pleasure. I was talking to one of my regulars who has 2 grandchildren, a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old, and I mentioned to him that in book 2, I had a couple of kids really liked book 1, and they did drawings for me, which I published in book 2. Because I haven't done conventions in many years, I don't have new fan art to put in book 3. So I told him about it, and he's like, oh, my kids would love to do that. So that's another thing that's going to go out there. If anybody shares the book with a kid in their life and the kid is inspired to draw something, let me know, because we may publish it in the next volume.
Cool.
So it's just something I like. Just something I like to do.
What kind of story is it?
I've showed it before.
No, your store. What kind of store do you have? I keep hearing store, but I never asked you.
Comic book store. Well, it's a comic book store, but we have toys and Legos and DVDs. But like a third of the store is comics. That's my big thing.
No adult toys, though.
No adult toys. Did you know you can buy adult toys at the front counters at Walmart's?
Yeah, and at Amazon too.
No, I mean literally right there in the front as you're going to the checkout.
Who told you that?
My wife pointed it out to me. Says, "Look, dear," and I'm like,
"How did she know they were there?"
Well, she's a lady. She knows what she's talking about. I don't. I would walk right past it and not know what the hell it is. And she was like, "You know what that is?" I had no idea.
Maybe she was telling you about Christmas gift ideas.
Maybe it was a portable phone charger that was a cylinder shape and you didn't know.
No, it was exactly what she told me it was.
Christmas gift ideas.
Arrives before Christmas, like Amazon.
So much easier just to give her money.
Exactly.
All right, let me see what else is going on here. I am very, very far behind on my reading my chat, and I am so sorry, guys. Nancy's here. Nancy says, "I'm in Ohio too." Welcome, Nancy. Magic's in the house. Magic says, "Hello, everybody," and Drew and Mr. and Mrs. SWS, and including the mysterious man underneath them. I just finished watching Mr. SWS's posted video earlier. Well, fantastic.
Oh, man.
Thank you.
Some good stuff. Yeah.
I hope you weren't eating while you were watching it.
All right, here's the sad part. Kathra says, "I'm late. How is everyone? Sorry. How is everybody?" She posted that 40 some odd minutes ago. So in other words, I am really, not only she was late, but that's okay. But I was really bad about not reading it till now. So, oh goodness gracious. I'm just scrolling through, seeing if anybody else new came in, and there probably is some. Oh goodness. Oh, this crazy looking guy sent me $5. If you catch up, I'll comment again. Thank you. Thank you.
You want some ketchup?
Ketchup?
No curry.
Well, then he'll send you more if you give him ketchup.
Let's see. Rising Edge is here. Rising Edge says, "Hi, everyone. Watching from Guyana, 9:17 p.m., 78 degrees Fahrenheit." Oh, wow. Well, that was, good gosh, 45 minutes ago. So I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
That's where Jim Jones was with his Kool-Aid, Guyana.
How are they off by such a random amount of time? Usually it's hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 5 hour.
No, you got to look at it. By the time he sent it, he's a little bit behind.
Yeah, I'm really.
No, I mean the time difference. How is it a random number versus an hour, 3 hours, 5 hours?
No, it's an hour.
That was a message that was left around 8:17 p.m.
Yeah, he's only 9:70. 1 hour.
Oh,
yeah.
Duh. Sorry.
Thomas, I was going to try really hard not to have to explain that one to you.
I was not paying attention. It was one of those duh moments.
That's all right.
Am I blind? No, I'm not blind.
Tarkor says, "I have a Nintendo game that was a non-Nintendo authorized game in the 80s. Really? Ooh. That could be cool. Though I know nothing about them. I have people that have come into the store from time to time with stuff, and I tell them straight up, if I know nothing about it, I know nothing. I'm not even going to try to pretend to know if it's valuable or what it is. I had one of my regulars brought me in some wrestling belts, some I don't know if they were they probably weren't real, but they were wrestling belts. And I'm like, I don't know freaking anything about wrestling. I'm not even going to try. But he was like, "Oh, these are worth money. They have signatures on them." I'm like, good for you. I don't know what to tell you. It's not something I'd be interested in at all. But I have a lane. I try very hard to stay in my lane. I try not to cross over to stuff I have no idea about. But
very wise.
Yeah. Let's see who else is here. Hold on a second. Eric's here. Eric says, "Dad, it's me, your son." Welcome. I was in an accident, and she was pregnant. Yeah. I've heard that one before.
And
I
in
need a-
jail now.
I need a
That was
$5,000 gift
brilliant.
card to get out of jail.
Ah,
You know,
Brilliant comment.
I could almost believe you if my son's name was Eric. You know, it was a good try though.
Brilliant comment.
Do you know how many marketplace scammers are named Michael? I literally got to the point yesterday where the person would say, "Hello, my name is Michael." And I would ask them, "Are you calling about my marketplace plan?" And they're like, "Oh, yes, I am." I stopped guessing. I just said, didn't ask what you're calling about. Or I know what you're calling about.
I
It was
had Mark
crazy.
Wilson. Mark Wilson
Mark
called
Wilson?
me today. Well, yeah, it's former quarterback of the Raiders. I go, hey, too bad you quit. You were a good quarterback.
Honestly, I know we have a couple of quarterbacks in our history, the Jags, but honestly, they're all old men now. I don't think any of them would be good to come back. I mean, Mark Brunell, I think he's into broadcasting now. Mark Brunell.
Yep, I remember him.
Blake Bortles. I don't know what he's doing right now.
You know, who was the inaugural quarterback for them? I can't remember.
It was the one before Brunell.
Yeah, and when you said Brunell, that's what
blanking on
triggered that.
I'm blanking on his name.
The one I really remember is the Texans. Their first quarterback.
Yeah.
He sucked, but it was David Card. That was Derek's older brother.
Right.
He was the inaugural quarterback.
Did you hear? I read the article talking about what's his name? The one that has gone back to the Colts.
Oh, right.
Tim Tebow?
No, not Tim Tebow.
No. Okay, no,
If the Jags were really smart, they would have signed Tim Tebow to a one-day contract just to sell jerseys. Do you know how many Jaguar fans would have lined up to buy a Tim Tebow Jaguar jersey? Yeah. Is it Phillip Rivers? Is that who I'm thinking of?
I said
yes,
that.
Phillip Rivers.
Yes.
That's the guy.
So I was reading an article about him. He's been out of the NFL for 4 years. And with the stats he have, they were saying he's pretty much a shoo-in for the Hall of Fame. But in order to qualify for the Hall of Fame, you have to be retired for 5 years, which means if he re-signs with a team, that clock starts all over again. So he's literally giving up an opportunity to be in the Hall of Fame in order to play in the NFL again.
Yeah, he has to start from scratch.
Yep. And also he's 44 years old. He is the oldest active NFL player right now, who has 10 children, and he is a grandfather.
That's why he has to go to work.
Yeah, that's right. I read that article. I was blown away. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's a movie.
Do you know who John McEnroe
making.
is? Do you know who John McEnroe is? Okay.
Yeah.
You know, he was just the biggest whiner, crier, everything.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, Phillip Rivers is the John McEnroe of the NFL.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, he was the biggest whiner.
I thought Brady was the biggest complainer.
Mahomes is giving him a run for his money too.
Oh, well. Yeah, well, when they start to make rules be based on a certain individual player.
Yeah.
Well. All right, that's it. We're done. We're no more football. We're done with football, unless Roger wants to bring up more.
No,
football.
I'm done.
Okay.
No.
By the way, who are you playing this weekend?
Eagles.
Okay.
But we're starting Pickett, so we'll see how that goes. Kirby Puckett. No, Kirby Puckett.
Okay. Well, of our last 4 games, only one of them has a winning record. So that means we could definitely pad our numbers by the end of the year, by the end of the season. So we'll see what happens.
The biggest thing I'm happy about is the Chiefs are knocked out.
I don't think they're officially knocked out. Not yet.
One more loss, they're done.
Yeah. Natty Light says, Drew, how's those Jacksonville Jaguars? We're doing great. We're doing fantastic. My mother and father, they're big Jaguar fans, but my mother is a Trevor Lawrence hater. She's like, get rid of the bum. Get rid of him. I don't care. He sucks. He's horrible. She's not saying that anymore.
Yeah.
She hasn't said that in a couple of weekends, and I'm thrilled. All right. Well, guys, I hate to say it, but it's the time. I appreciate everybody. Oh, wait a minute. Darlene says, my grandparents had 17 children. Wow. My grandmother, my mother's mother, was one of 6. And I told her, I told my mother, I thought this was a crazy story. It was either her mother or her dad passed away, and the remaining parent married another person who also had 6 children. So she was one of 12, and then together they had 2 more. They had 14 children.
Oh my God.
I don't think I could. I had 2, and that was more than enough. I don't know about you. 2 is a very comfortable number. 1 would be even better, but 2 is okay.
Wow.
All right. Well, guys, we're going to go ahead and start wrapping up. Everybody, please join us next Friday. Next Friday is the 19th, is it not? So it's not in the it's not in the middle of the holiday season. It's on the edges, so it should be a
we're
regular
still
one.
lighting Hanukkah candles. Then.
Excellent. Okay. But join us on Screwing with Scammers Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time, 5 p.m. Pacific. We always have a good time there, at least for the half hour or so that I'm able to join. But I appreciate you guys coming in. Thomas, thank you, my friend. It was good to have you. It was good to have a third wheel.
You can have a green room for a minute or no?
Oh, yeah. We're going to have a green room just for a minute. So, all right. Well, everybody else out there, hope you guys have a fantastic week.
Remember,
please be safe. Have a nice weekend. Be safe. We're gearing up for all the holiday festivities that is happening. And when you do that, try not to spend too much money. Try to have time with family and friends and loved ones, and just be happy. That's the best thing to do, is be happy.
Don't worry. Be happy.
Be happy. That's right. And as always, if you guys get calls like the ones we get, either hang up on them or screw with them like we do. And if you do screw with them, try to record it. That way you can share it with people. Live by the golden rule that we all live by. Screw and share. All right, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll see y'all.